We at Renaissance High School. That's where we at. Get like a little video. We're at Renaissance High School, home in the Phoenix. Coach John White here. Here at his home, year 8. They're unveiling the Renaissance Phoenix logo down there. As you can see, it's getting a revamping. It's got the big jumbotron here. I'm gonna get some video if I can a little later. But yep, this is Coach looking at his vision come to life. That's what he does. This is Coach John White at Renaissance. Okay, so let me. They got the new court loading up. All right, how you doing, guys? We're at Renaissance High School, like I was saying before, and we have Coach John White here, and he's here. And Coach, thanks for joining us at Sweat Equity Stories, and we're all about the work, the grind, the passion behind stories. And you want to tell everybody who you are and where we're at yourself?
What's up, John White, head coach at Detroit Renaissance, going into my 8th season. Here at Detroit Renaissance, man, just trying to build this program, get it back to a respectable place that it always has been, and just continue the legacy that was once started here.
So, can you tell us your accomplishments thus far?
Wow, man.
In the basketball world.
In the basketball world, wow, man. I could start in high school, man. Went to Bishop Boys High School, won a state championship in 1997 as a player.
Oh wow.
From there, man, went to Pensacola Junior College. First year there, man, we won the Panhandle Championship. Went to the state championship in the state of Florida to go to the Nationals. I left there and went to East Kentucky University, played for Scott Perry, who is now the general manager, man, for the Sacramento Kings. So played for Scott Perry.
Oh wow, my cousin played there.
Yep, played at EKU, man. Left EKU, man. Played 9 years professionally.
Oh wow.
Played in Australia, played in the CBA, played in the NBA, D-League for the Lakers. Played in Mexico for 3 years.
See, I didn't know all this, man. See,
yeah,
that's why this is good. This is good, so like people can tell their stories, because I didn't know you had all these accomplishments. But yeah. I'm sorry about interrupting.
Oh, you good, man.
I'm sure there's more, but go ahead.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know, man, because was done. You know what I'm saying? Really don't have to be talked about. God has blessed me, man, to be able to play this game of basketball at a high level. So now I'm at a place now, man, where I can pour into the next generation. So when I got done playing, I worked for Nate Oaks for 3 years at Romulus High School, man. Coached some great teams there. Left there. Josh Baker got the head coaching job at Southfield Christian and asked me to come be an associate head coach there. And I was there for 8 years. We won 5 state championships in 8 years.
Oh wow.
People say, well, that was Class D.
Oh wait, so you had Lindsey Hunter and them
yep.
Okay, yeah.
So
Lindsey Hunter Jr.
Yep, I coached all 3 of his sons, man. Big Lynn, Little Lynn, and also Caleb.
Yep.
So it was a fun ride, man. Harlan Beverly, Dejon Humphrey.
Oh yeah, Harlan was nice. Harlan went to Miami, right?
Yeah, went to
Miami, yeah.
And finished up at Wichita State. Yep. So
he was nice.
Yep. John Sanders, man. We had a lot of good kids. Brock Washington, Bryce Washington. Blake Washington.
I remember, didn't Bryce, one of them walked on to Michigan State.
Yep. Brock walked on at Michigan State. Bryce went to Hofstra and also to Penn.
Okay.
So now he's working. Bryce is actually working for the Detroit Pistons right now as a player development coach.
Oh wow.
Yep. So
wow.
Man, we had some talent come through there, man, and we competed at a high level. At one point, man, we won 44 games out of 46.
No, keep going.
Yep. So we just, we built a solid program there. So from there, man, I ended up here, at Detroit Renaissance, and I'm going into my 8th year, man.
Oh wow! Congratulations again on having your 8th year. As far as all those accomplishments, I don't know. You're saying you just don't. I'm a big firm believer in just not always telling your story and telling people, but I would have never known you did that if you
Yeah.
don't. I mean, do all your kids that you've come across, not even 8 years here, but
Hmm.
even in the past years, do they know your story? Like, do they know those accomplishments
Hmm.
that you've accomplished?
Yeah, most of them know. Most of them know because you have to remind them of hard work, man, and what it takes to reach your goals in life, man. I got 9 sisters and 4 brothers, so
Wow,
nothing.
big family.
Yeah, man, nothing was ever given to me, man. I didn't grow up with a silver spoon in my mouth. I actually grew up down the street from here, man, on Biltmore, man, 7 Mile on Biltmore area.
Mm.
So, but yeah, people say, well, man, you went to a Catholic high school. I said, man, I didn't want to go there. I didn't. I wanted to go. I wanted to go to Cooley and play for Kelso. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? But my dad, he was like, no, you won't survive, man. I did elementary and middle school and DPS.
He like, no, no,
So
no.
he's like, no, man, you going somewhere else. And Coach Donahue blessed me with a financial assistance to go to Bishop Borges because my parents couldn't afford
Oh
it.
wait, oh, so Bishop Walker is like one of them schools you got to
Oh
pay
yeah,
for.
definitely had
Oh,
to
I didn't
pay
know.
for.
I didn't know. Oh
Yep.
wow,
So
damn.
so that's how I ended up there, man. And it was a blessing. It was a blessing for me, man. It was a blessing for me.
Well, I'm saying tell your story because I didn't know this, and I'm pretty
Hmm.
sure when kids know these type of things,
Hmm.
they gravitate to you more. I mean, as far as and like you deserve your flowers while you're here. So
Hmm.
like people got to know your story, and sometimes if you don't tell your story, people who not around you,
Hmm.
people who haven't been affected by you, don't know it. And
100%.
I really want people to know stories, and especially like people's stories like this. You have accomplished a lot, and I mean, I feel like people should know it.
Yes, sir.
Period.
Yes, sir.
So okay, so if I was to walk into your practice right now
Hmm.
and ask your players to describe you in one word, what would they say?
My guy.
My
Uh,
guy.
but I don't know, man. I don't know. I think for some it might be different because I'm harder on some players than I am on. I'm not. I've learned that you can't coach each kid the same way.
Mm.
You got to meet them where they at, not where you want them to be.
Mm.
So at the end of the day, man, it's all about. It's not about training
What do you mean by
kids.
that? Give us
Hmm.
an example of what do you mean by coaching certain kids. Give me a player A and a player B example.
Man, player A might be a kid you could scream at, you could yell at, but player B, if you yell at him, he'll fall apart.
Mm.
He'll
Mm.
he'll shrink. So you have to meet him where he at and talk to him, try to
But
explain
you have to
things.
know that as a coach as
Yeah,
well.
you have to. You have to, man. And I'm a firm believer, man, in trying to get to know the player. And so I watch a lot. A lot of times I watch. I'm quiet. I don't say much. You know what I'm saying? But when I do speak, you know, it's going to make sense, to what I'm
Mm.
saying. I just don't be yapping just to be yapping.
Mm.
But I want to be able to try to get to a kid and try to get to know a kid, not just their game, but them as a person. I think
Mm.
that's more than basketball within itself.
Whew, whew. So the message to that is just what, like you try to just give the person or the kid the message.
Hmm.
They have to receive the message,
100%.
and you want to make sure that they don't tune you out. Make
Yeah.
sure they're not just looking in la la land. You want to
Hmm.
make sure that they receive that message, and certain kids you can say, hey, just keep it blunt. Run your ass down that court over
Hmm.
here. Hey, hurry up and get. I mean, or whatever verbiage is that, because all coaches are different.
Hmm.
Whatever verbiage is of aggression that you may use, or with another kid, you may have to just say, come on, man. Like what? I mean, is it
Hmm.
pleading, or is it like just, come on, you know you can do better. You know you got this. You know you got this, Jacob, or
Yeah.
whatever the case may be.
It's it's not even a pleading case. It's about, hey man, this is what has to be done.
Mm.
Either you do it or you don't.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of things, with a lot of these kids, it has to be in them.
Mm.
It's like I tell basketball is like a relationship. If you love the game, man, you're gonna do what you got to do for it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna take care of it. You're gonna love on the game. You're gonna work on your game.
But coach, like I coach too.
Hmm.
I've seen players, and I've seen players to where, especially in the early stages, they love the game, but sometimes you got to pull it out of them. And
Yeah.
sometimes I didn't have kids. I had to run to the bathroom. I'm gonna get him out of the bathroom because he
Hmm.
kept running to the bathroom. But I seen something in him
Hmm.
like, no, this kid is good. He can't be doing these
Hmm.
habits or these tactics. So he had love for the game, but it wasn't like how you were saying, like, oh, it's going to be shown automatically. It's going to be something that's automatically like you're going to see it. Some kids you got to pry it out of there like you prying a nail out of the wood.
Then we can't mistake like for love. You know, a lot of kids want the pleasure without the responsibility. You know, they
Mm.
love the game. They love what the game could do for them. They don't
Mm.
necessarily love the game. They love what comes with the game. They love the $48 million contract. But do you really love the work to get you that $150 million contract? You see what I'm saying? So a
They
lot
love
of
the glory. They
there
don't
you go.
love the middle. They
There
don't
you go.
love the beginning.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
love the ending. That's
And Deion Sanders said something powerful, man, and I posted it on my Instagram, man. He said, you know, a lot of times these kids, you know, they chasing the bag, but they're not chasing the dream.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? Because if you chase the dream, if you chase greatness, you know what I'm saying? When you get to greatness, hey, the bag gonna be there. So why you
mm,
chasing the bag? No, chase being great, you know, and
mm.
the money will follow.
Because being great, it's just not just a basketball.
Bingo.
It's not like a basketball habit. It's a life habit.
That's it.
It's a life hack. Because if you chasing greatness as far as in trying to be the best you and trying to be better than you were yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
every day,
Right.
you can't lose. I mean, you can't lose that way because it's a mentality. It's a
Mm-hmm.
mentality mind state to me. So what you're saying is definitely to me just just knowledge. I mean, it's gospel.
Yes, sir.
So okay. So basically, you say your coaches, your guys will say that's my guy because they know that you're a guy that they can talk to.
100%.
You're a guy that's coaching relatable. You're a guy that they can just speak on in terms of coach knowing stuff
Mm-hmm.
as far as in the game. Because like some people you can talk to about the game and you can
Mm-hmm.
tell that they don't know. But certain people when they talk to you and they look at you, and they had a mannerism, they had a certain
Mm-hmm.
type of terminology. Oh, that guy know what he's talking about. So you're you're saying that you're my guy because of those actions.
You got to hold them accountable. At the end of the day, hold them accountable. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? Yeah, everybody want to score. Everybody want to be that man. But, you know, when you got a team of 12 people, man, you ain't going to have everybody not going to score 30. Everybody not going to be this and that. So it's about finding your how can I say it, your place on the team, man.
Mm.
Finding your role and embracing your role.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man, I promise you it all pans out.
Mm. And like to me, that always goes back to life. It's just like I think life is one of them journeys where you got to try to find your way.
Hmm.
And if you're trying to find your role on a team and you have that type of mindset,
Yeah.
it always to me reverts
And you
back
got
to
and you
life.
got to trust the process, man. People want to
Mm.
bypass process, man, and get to, you know what I'm saying, and get to the end. It don't work like that.
Trusting process like in the Philadelphia 76ers or just I'm playing. I'm playing. I'm playing. But yeah, so okay. So your coaching style, like who was your like favorite NBA player growing up?
Man, my favorite NBA player growing up, I had to say Michael Jordan
Michael Jordan?
by far.
Why?
Fierce competitor, man. Fierce competitor, fear nobody. Held his teammates accountable.
Mm.
Pulled everybody up to the level where he was at. You
Or
know,
tried to be. So I mean, 'cause like
yeah,
can't nobody be at that level, but he
yeah.
made them believe.
He made them believe, man, you better than what you were. He took a Steve Kerr. He took a Bill Winnington. He took a Bill Cartwright. You know what I'm saying? He took guys like that, Will Purdue's, man, and made them NBA champions. You
Facts.
know, and they understood their role, man. You know, even with like Scotty Burrells and guys like that. You know, hey, man, we need you. You know, we need you. So I say Michael Jordan by far.
Michael Jordan. Okay, okay. So you we were talking earlier off camera. We back rolling. All right. Um, hopefully I didn't get any. Hopefully we didn't get cut off there. But okay. Sorry about that, guys. As I was saying, Okay, yeah. Who was your we were talking about favorite matchups, your favorite high school matchups as far as in the guys that you see, you get worked up for when you see him. You're like, all right, this is finna be a good guy. This is finna be a good matchup. Who are the high school coaches in the high school programs now that you look forward to seeing?
I think some of the best coaches is by far Wydell Henry. He's done a great job over at Warren Lincoln, man, winning back-to-back state championships.
Mm,
People don't understand how hard that is.
mm,
It's not easy, man, to keep your guys focused for 2 straight years over that period of time to win state championships, man. So I respect coaching, man. All the noise and stuff in the city, the banter going back and forth. I don't get caught up in that, man. But I watch, man. I respect the game, man. At the end of the day, because it's a fraternity,
mm.
that we're all a part of, man. And
Come on now.
if we continue trying to tear each other down, man, instead of build each other up, then what are we really doing?
Come on.
So I think George Ward, man, he has a phenomenal team over at King.
Mm.
Um, Steve Hall, his body of work, it speaks for itself. Um, so those are three coaches, man, that I look at, man. I say, okay, they doing it the right way, they winning,
Mm.
and hey, man, it'd be fun to get on the court and battle with them.
So you would call those guys like your rivalry?
I wouldn't say rivalry.
I mean, when I say rivalry, it's some guys who is. I like it. It's a rivalry. We good.
Oh, it's gonna
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
gonna be a battle.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They're gonna have their guys ready. It's always gonna be a battle. It's not gonna be a cakewalk.
Mm.
So those are coaches that I want to play against because iron sharpens iron.
Mm.
At the end of the day, man. So when you could coach against guys like that had their team. Also, my man over at Summit right now, Derek.
Mm.
You
Mm.
know
He
he,
came from over. Where was that?
I think he was at
I forgot.
downtown. There's a school downtown.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah.
Science and math.
You
You prep,
Yep,
science,
yep,
math.
yep,
So,
yep.
but he's doing a phenomenal job, man, over at Summit, man, with his boys, man.
Yeah, he got that. He got that Cody Bush.
Yeah, man. He's rolling. He's going to do well. He's going to do well, man. So there's our young, black coaches, man, that's doing phenomenal,
come on now.
within the city, man.
Okay, y'all heard it here first. That's Warren Lincoln. Oh, who's that? George Ward is King High School, and then we have what's Summit's coach name again?
Coach Derek.
Coach Derek over at Summit. Man, a lot of great guys, man. So, who was your battles with last year?
Man, Detroit King.
Mm.
King, man. Hey, man, King.
The city came out.
The city came out, man. And also Cass. Cass was a good game. But King, man, we battled. We beat them by 2 here. And then we beat them in the city championship. But it was a battle, man. They're going to be really good. They got their whole team coming back next year, man. So they probably the favorites right now to win it in the PSL. So we looking forward to that game.
Oh, me too. Sound like it is. Must be popcorn. So, okay, we just talk about the high school matchups. All right, so just take us back to where you grew up and what was like for you, like as a kid.
I grew up in the west side of Detroit. Like I said, 7 Mile and Biltmore area.
Mm-hmm.
Grew up 9 sisters, 4 brothers, mom and dad in the house. Blessed and fortunate to have that. Life was good, man. My mom and dad, they did well with us. They put us in a position to be successful in life. And it really shaped and molded me into the person I am today, man. Mom taught us early to love God, love people. Treat people right, man. If you treat them right, man, you're gonna reap what you sow. So it's big on that, man. Just being humble, man. Just working hard. But also celebrating myself in the process. I think people get being humble confused with not celebrating yourself. Because if you don't know who you are, then why would anybody else, respect and know who you are as a person? So you got to have that self-esteem and belief in yourself, and walk in it. I believe it's a fine line between cockiness and arrogance. You know what I'm saying? Once you cross that line, I think that's when you stepped over into unfamiliar territory. So I think, where I grew up in Detroit and my neighborhood, it really shaped me and made me into the man I am today.
Okay, and you credit that to Your mom and your dad?
100%. My mother and father, yeah.
So who was the disciplinary, your mom or your dad?
Definitely my mom.
Oh,
My,
wow.
my, my dad, my dad, he ain't had to whoop us.
Mm.
It was just, if he say something, you know what it
Oh,
was.
yeah, yeah. You got that look. You got
But
that
my
slap
mom,
of the look.
my mom, she going to go out there and get that switch off that tree.
Ooh.
Go pick your poison.
See, that's like my grandma. Oh, yeah. He probably had one of them. He probably had one of them old school mamas, huh?
Yeah,
Oh,
100%.
yeah. I love
A
her.
quiet storm. She was a quiet storm.
You said a quiet story, but I like that. I like that. So, who or what first introduced you to basketball?
Man, my dad introduced me to the basketball. I think he did it unknowing, watching the Pistons play the Lakers. You know, as I was growing up, man.
Or
Back
just like
then,
in the TV, like on
in
the
TV,
sofa, living
man,
room?
and I'm sitting down watching it, man, and I make a sock ball, and I start playing basketball on the lampshade.
Mm.
And from there, man, a love grew. A love grew, man, and next you know, I'm in the street. I'm in the street with it, and it just grew, man.
Wait. Kids, do you hear that? He's in the street with it.
Oh yeah.
He's in the street with it. Outside, in the front of the other house, in the street with it. Gotta say, car ball, all that type of stuff. We're outside. I just want to be able to say that, like
100%, man.
outside. Go ahead.
Outside at night, man, putting the basketball rim up under the street light. You know, just love it, man. Just loving it, man. And that's where my love grew, man. Love grew for the game.
So did your dad, like, who was the person, like, after your, like, did your dad play?
My dad never played, man. I think that's the greatest thing that ever happened to me. My father never talked to any of my coaches. He never came to none of my practices. He was just like, when I left, he said, do work. And if I had a complaint, that's your coach. Listen to your coach. Because my dad was an Army guy, man. You know, he was in the service. You know, so his thing is, if that's your coach, that's who's running that program. I'm not about to say nothing to this man. He put you on the team. So he really don't owe you nothing. You owe it to yourself to work hard, to put the work in, show up every day, and you know what I'm saying, and do the best you can, man. And his thing to me was like, hey, do work. And he left it at that.
Oh, wow. I like that. Oh, wow. So, okay. Oh, shit. So did you take from that moment of playing outside to friends, to getting some buddies and competing? How was that?
Man, the competition in the neighborhood was crazy. We look forward to playing every day. Like every day, we'll either go down the street to one buddy house, across the street to another buddy house, or in the street with the rim. So it became a big thing. We had our own teams, man. We have our playoff series.
Own teams, talking about like in neighborhoods.
Neighborhoods. Hey, it was a playoff series. Back then, man, it was the joy and the love of the game, man, gave us freedom. So any problems we was having in our homes or any problems we were having in life, man, it was gone when we got together and played basketball.
Facts.
Man. It was just the love was real, man, and you know I get excited now thinking about my childhood, man, because it was a freedom, man, that you know we had, man, playing the game of basketball.
Oh yeah, I love to hear that one, Coach, for real. So when you were young, and like you said earlier that your dad didn't really interfere, like, so did you have a coach or a mentor who left a big impression on you?
100%. Two coaches, Robert Laurier over at Winship Winship Middle School, which is now Yes Academy. That's where I went to school at, middle school.
Okay.
Robert Laurier was my coach, man, in the middle school, and he the one that seen like, yo, you could play, or White, you could play, okay. And then when I went to Bishop Borges, I went there under Glenn Donahue, who rest in peace, ended up dying. But then Roosevelt Barnes came. Roosevelt Barnes was my high school coach, and he really poured into me as a black man, and just, hey man, nothing is given, everything is earned. You know, you work for what you want. So, you know, he poured that into us, man, and man, he really elevated me to a whole nother level. Yeah.
Okay. So as far as in talking about him, do you sometimes take those guys, words, phrases, or you said like one of your mentors passed away. Do you sometimes take some of the things that they said to you, and and like, of course, you have your own sayings and your own doings. Do you take some of?
Oh, yeah.
You have to take some of those things with you, right?
Yeah, you take that identity that that impression that they put upon you, and you take it into, the career of coaching, because they all preach defense. They all preach working hard. I won championships with them. So I believe that way of coaching works, but even though you still have to kind of conform to the style of game that it is today. But you know what I'm saying, it really doesn't change. The work ethic doesn't change. The style of play and the pace of the game might change, but you still got to work hard. You know, so I think that's what they really instilled in me, man. Just a hard work.
Oh, I love to hear that. I love to hear that. Because where there's always a great person, there's always, to me, somebody who poured into that person.
100%.
So I really believe in that. So what did hard work mean to you back then compared to what it means to you now?
Wow, hard work back then, man. You just got to put the work in. Nobody had to pump and pry me to work hard. When I came to practice, man, I'm at practice. You know, my teammates, they'll tell you to this day, man. We was watching. It's funny, man. Me and my teammates was talking about The Last Dance, and they was like, "Yo, man, that was you. Was Michael Jordan in practice? Like that was you." But you know, I was always pushing them, man. I was always the one. I'm competing. I want to beat you. You know what I'm saying? You my boy. We boys in school, but man, when we was on the court, man,
That's what you need.
I want to destroy you, man. You know, respectfully. You know what I'm saying?
And you want vice versa. You want that back.
Because if I'm jumping in the foxhole with you, you jumping in the foxhole, I gotta know you got my back.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? And that's my mentality, man. Even in life, man. If I'm dealing with you, I gotta know you somebody that got my back, regardless of what the situation is. And that's what it was, man. So hard work today, man, it doesn't really look like that. You know, it's a form of hard work. You know what I'm saying? In terms of, you know, we do the workouts, we look good in the workouts, but does it translate onto the court? Does it translate to practice? Does it translate to games? You know what I'm saying? So because we can't, like Denzel Washington said, you can't mistake movement for progress. So you know we don't.
What movie did you say that in?
Man, actually, it was just an interview he was saying.
Okay.
So it's like a, you know, you're doing a lot of busy work, but is the work really making sense at the end of the day?
Are you being a fan?
Bingo.
Okay. That was great. That was a great insight on that. So just walk us through your own playing career. I know you say you like Michael Jordan, but what was your style like on the court?
Man, my style, I was a defensive in high school. I went to the defensive side. I could shoot the ball really well, but defensively, man, I really love playing defense. I'm gonna lock you up. I'm gonna put me on the best player, coach. I got him. That was my mentality. Okay, if he one of the top guards in the state, I want to find out. I'm gonna find out if he is, man. So that was my mentality, man. Just trying to be tough as nails. Hit an open three. You leave me open, it's lights out. You know, that was my mindset.
So was you still trying to be tough, even if you got your ass busted? So if somebody like hit you with one of those or hit a couple threes in your face, was you still trying to lock his ass up?
100%, man. Ain't no back down. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, that's basketball. Somebody gonna get the best of you. Somebody gonna dunk on you.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's basketball. It's a basketball play. And you know what I'm saying? You just keep going, man. Just keep going. Yeah.
Okay. So do you remember a moment that tests your grit as a player?
A moment that tests my grit as a player. Yeah, man. We was playing a guy by the name of Greg Stimpin. Greg Stimpin went to Toledo. Actually got drafted by the Pistons.
This is when you was at Eastern Kentucky?
No, this is when I was in high school, man.
Okay.
But he gave us 56. 56, man.
What school was he at?
He was at Notre Dame. Notre Dame, man. He gave us 56, but we beat him. So my thing was, you had 56.
You took an L.
You took an L at the end of the day, but no, man. Like, yo, you got to keep fighting. You gonna get yours, Kobe. But we gonna lock the rest of these bums up. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things. But it tested our grit, man. It tested my grit, you know, as a defender, man. And I was just like, man, I was in this dude's face all night. But he just 6'8". You know, he's 6'8", and I'm 6'1", maybe 6'2" on a good day, depending on what type of shoes I wear. You know, so but yeah, man.
Probably would have Eddie if he wasn't on him. Who knows?
100%.
Okay. So if we looked at we already said that. If we looked at your old footage, like you said, we'll see. I mean, if we looked at your old footage today, what would we see? Would we see hustle, flash, leadership, or like would we see a combination of all of those things?
No flash. I think hustle, definitely leadership, hard work, man. Just getting everybody involved. You know, encouraging everybody. You know, making everybody believe. You know what I'm saying? That hey, You know, because I looked at my state championship game the other day, man. It's on YouTube.
Hmm. Which
Um,
one?
at Borges. No, when I played
Oh,
at Borges.
okay, okay, okay.
So you know, it's man. I think it's man, good times, man. So I can say good times. Yep.
Okay, 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 okay. So, at what point did you know coaching was your path?
Man, um, as soon as I got done playing, man, I knew I wanted to pour it back into the next generation.
Mm.
And actually, Nate Oakes was like, "Hey, J Dub, you come over here, man, and help coach with us, you know." And the love for it grew. I became a student. I began to watch, and then when I went to Southfield Christian, began to watch Bake. You know how Bake is a great X and O guy. He's a great man. Taught me how to cut film. You know what I'm saying? So I just learned from those guys, man. You know, they poured into me, man. So now, here I am, man.
Were you like one of those guys where, like, you got some guys or some players, you'd be like, man, you gonna coach when you get older. Like, was people saying that to you?
Yeah, they always said I'll coach because of my leadership abilities. It's just something that came natural, man.
Was coaches saying that, or just with people like your peers?
Coaches, from college, man, to you know what I'm saying, even in high school, man. Coach Joe Gregory, that played, at Bowling Green, he used to tell me, man, I was gonna coach one day.
Bowling Green, Kentucky, or Ohio?
Ohio.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. That's great to know. So, just a few more. So, was there a specific moment or player that confirmed for you, like, this is why I coach?
Hmm.
And what I know by now,
Thank you.
sorry, by now you probably got players, or moments. Or can you describe moments or players that just tell you, like, you know what, this is why I coach, like
Man,
that.
yep, 100%. Southfield Christian, man. Southfield Christian. I watched those guys. We took that job. They was 1-19 the year before.
Oh, wow.
We come in, we go 24-3 and win.
Wait, time out. Wait. Y'all was 119 because I always.
Yeah, they was 1-19.
No,
the previous
not
year.
y'all.
Yeah, not us. Not us.
No. They was no. But I mean, I always. So maybe I just got into this game. I'm sorry for cutting you off. And I was looking at Southfield Christian as champions. They were like, they always winning. That was just because you was there. I'm sorry, but go ahead.
Yep. So when we, I think they bought into what Bake and us as a coaching staff was teaching them. They bought into it, man. And it's like our first game when we started rolling, it was like, Bake was like, man, we're gonna be good. We just shot 54% from the three. And then it's just, man, when I say it just rolled, man.
How did you recruit those players? Because I mean, if they won in 19, they didn't have any players there.
It's funny though, man. We really didn't recruit anybody. We had an incoming Bakari Evelyn.
Oh.
BK came in.
Yeah.
And then
That was Josh Beck's friend back in the day.
Yeah, everybody else was already there. We had DeMarco White came. He came in, man, and man, they bought into it, man. We just put the system in place because we had the talent. It just mattered the systems being in place and the coaching change, taking place, man. And the rest is history.
So name some players, or name a player or a moment that just say, you know what, this is why. I know you told me off camera. One of your standout players you had last year, Jordan Sigma, to be able to say his name fully. Yeah, Jordan Sigma was one of those guys. So I know he was one of those players. Like I was watching, I was like, man, he's a lefty killer. It was like, I know he's one of those guys. Like, I mean, are there other? I know you mentioned Bakari and you mentioned Harlan. Are there other players or moments where, with those players, or moments that happen where you was like, you know what, this is why I coach?
Dejan Humphrey. I think Dejan Humphrey, he's one of them kids, even to this day, when I see Dejan, man, I love you, my guy. I love you, it's just to see him coming from the middle school in Southfield Christian all the way through the high school, and it's the accomplishments he had, man. I think 3 state championships in 4 years as a high school player. Going to Holy Cross, leaving Holy Cross, going to JUCO for a year, raising his stock back up, going to Bowling Green, playing in the MAC, and just graduated with his master's degree.
Oh, wow.
And still has another year left to play at Samford.
Come on now.
So I'm happy for the kid, man, the hard work he puts in, man, and just the person he is and the person he's becoming.
Mm.
So I think Dejon Humphrey is one of those moments, man. I'm like, man, is this why you coach? You
Mm.
coach to be associated with kids like this, man. It's just a great kid, man, and everybody loves him, man. So I wish nothing but the best for him.
And he loves and he definitely, Coach White, I'm talking about, he definitely loves and appreciates all of his kids.
100%,
So just want to make sure that's known. He loves, and every kid that he's affected has been positively affected by this man right here. So how does coaching compare to playing in terms of the grind? How does coaching compare to playing as far as in about the grind?
I think coaching is more of a mental aspect. You know, it could, if you're not careful, you'll burn yourself out. It'll wear on you. So this summer, man, I made it my business, man, to take care of myself. You know, I let my coaches coach during the summer league. And man, it's about self-care, man. You know, I'm with these young people, man, 200 days out of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And I made it my business to pour into my sons and go on vacation with my sons, spend time with my sons. You know what I'm saying? And you know, just love on my family, man, and take time for myself. So, you know, a lot of people, they don't understand that. You know, they just go, go, go. So it's just like basketball, man. If you don't rest your body, man, you're going to hit that wall, man. You're going to burn out. You know what I'm saying? So the grind could be similar if you don't take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? To rest your body, rest your mind, and just, you know, rejuvenate yourself and get back to where you need to be. I mean, that's the danger of it. And I made sure that I took care of myself this summer.
I think that's a good thing because, like, especially when I was coaching, I ain't gonna lie, I was bad at that. I had to. Well, I don't want to say I'm bad at anything because I don't want to talk bad about myself, but I need to work on that. I need to work on that because when I would come home, my wife would always say, "Okay, y'all lost." Son. Like it's like I had that. I had that look on me. Or if I lost a player that I've been pouring into. You know, I took that home like, man, this kid then went to the family, or this kid then went somewhere else. Man, I had this kid for 3 years. Like, I was not able to not take that home. So that you're saying that you just, you know, put myself, you know, I'm just going to coach and do the best. You know, like how do you not take that stuff home?
Man, you gotta leave it where it's at. You know, it happened on the court.
I mean, but has that happened to you?
Yeah, I've done it before, but I've learned to let it go. You know, not that I don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, you got to accept things for what it is. You know, like, so, for instance, like, you know, Jordan Sigmund left and went to a school in Iowa, which I'm 100% in support of him. You know what I'm saying? A couple other kids left and went to different high schools. I mean, I support that because at the end of the day, you know, you have to support a decision that, you know, a parent or a kid makes, man. I mean, God gave me them for a specific amount of time, and that's how it is. Like when that time is up, yo, man, I wish you the best. I done everything that I could do for you in the time that I had you. So you support them, man, because they don't belong to you. You're a steward over them. You know what I'm saying? You just steward over them, man, and try to, you know, help them to get to where they want to be. You know, at the end of the day, man, you just love them, man. Like I say, I'm big on loving people where they at, man. I don't talk much. You know what I'm saying? I don't say much. I just, you know, if they say God said it, I don't talk behind God, because, you know, when I grew up, you know, my mom told me if God said it, that settles it. So, man, you just support them, man, and love them. You know what I'm saying, from afar, man, and just, man, keep going. That's my mindset. Just keep going, man, because I coach basketball. So it's going to be another group of kids that come along that you're going to have to pour into and develop and get them ready to where they want to be.
Facts. But I'm just keeping it real. I'm still processing that, because if I get a kid for 3 or 4 years and I invested him, I don't want this about me, but I'd be bummed. I'd be bummed about it.
But you did your job, man. You did your job.
So all you gotta do is look at it like that. I mean, that's the only way you can look at it and just understand. Like you just said, like, I had them for this time. I put my effect on them. I did my job, and, like, you know, and always wish them well, and just say, guys, if you ever need me, I'm here. So that's a fact. Okay, so when you hear the phrase sweat equity, what does that mean to you?
Man, put the work in, man. Don't be afraid to sweat. I think people are afraid to sweat, man, and get their edges messed up. But you're gonna have to get out there, man, and just put the work in, man. Put the work in. Like you said, sweat equity speaks for itself, man. Some sweat that's gonna go into, you know what I'm saying, the work that you put in to try to get some equity out of whatever you're doing.
Oh wow. Oh wow. I love to hear that. Love to hear that. So how do you teach your players to value hard work over shortcuts?
Wow. It's no easy button, man. It's not a Staples commercial. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people want the shortcut. Like I said, they want the pleasure without the responsibility. They want to bypass process. But you have to put in the work. You have to put in the work. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a diamond, man. It's going to be under that pressure. It's going to be under that pressure. It's going to go through that fire. It's going to go through that fire. But, man, when it's done, man, you coming out, man, it's going to be shiny and sparkly. You know what I'm saying? You're going to shine bright.
And it's like that's what my logo is about. As you see, I don't know if you can see it. Like right here, the guy is kind of like not did there. He didn't try, and kept going, and he bust through. So like you just said, the diamonds is right there, and like you said, gotta put the sweat equity work in, and like put in sweat equity work in, and just falling in love with it, falling in love with the work, and not immediately maybe, because like sometimes you may not get it back what you want immediately. It may be down the line to show you like, man, you just gotta fall in love with the work.
That's it.
Okay. So what's a drill? I know you were telling me earlier about you running to the diagonally, as far as in one of the drills, and like running diagonally. So what drill or practice habit you swear by to build mental toughness?
Ooh. 82 and 2. To build mental toughness, 82 and 2. You got to make 82 layups in 2 minutes as a team. You got to make. So you got two basketballs. You got to lay it up, and one coach, coaches on each end counting. So roughly, you got to make 41 layups at each basket as a team. And if you don't do it, you got to do it again.
So that pretty much mean you can't miss?
You can't miss. And you got to run. Everybody got to carry their own weight. Everybody got to go hard. If you don't make it, we on the line doing the 22, and we back up doing it again until we make it.
How many are kids like are? So I'm sure like with the seriously, if you want to build mental toughness, that they're not getting down in the first time. I mean, like are they getting down in the first time, or is it after 2 or 3 times? Like, what's the average?
That's the plan. You know, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But hopefully they get it done, so we can move on with practice.
I'm all about hopefully they don't, so they can understand. Like, man, we gotta go harder, man. We gotta go, man. Just like I don't know. It's like sometimes I love that like they don't get it, so that they can have a communication aspect, and then they can talk about it, and they can just give us, hey man, it was you missed that shot, and not, but then talk about it positively, and then come together and then get it done. Like I like when they. I love when kids fail, so that I can kind of see what they're about, or as a team, see what they're about, see what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you think today's generation of athletes has it harder or easier when it comes to earning success?
Ooh. Man, it's a two-edged sword, man. Some people have to work for it. Some kids have to work for it. Some kids are just gets given to them. They're put in an easier position to be successful. But I think at the end of the day, that kid that works hard versus that kid who's been given everything, they're gonna meet at some point. So I think that hard work gonna override that. You know what I'm saying? That free gift you receive. You know what I'm saying? That rubber gonna meet the road.
It's gonna have to.
It's gonna meet the road.
Okay. That's some great insight on that. So, 3 more questions. So when your players graduate and move on, what's the number one thing you hope they carry with them from your program?
I just think being a good person. Just being a good person, understanding that hard work is undefeated. That they develop a love for the game, a love for being responsible, you know what I'm saying? A love for understanding I can't be late, lazy, or a liar. You know what I'm saying? I have to be, faithful, dependable, and trustworthy. I always tell me, do those 6 things in life, you're going to hold yourself accountable in every aspect. So that's my main thing, man. Just, get the whole lesson, man, as a person as well as an athlete.
Life lessons over here. Life lessons. Okay, so what's next for you this year and your team this season?
We got a young team, but a very exciting team, man. We got some very good freshman pieces coming in, man, that I believe they're going to rise to the occasion, man. I think the only way kids can get better is to throw them in the fire.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? So they're going to be fine. They're going to be good. It's going to be an exciting brand of basketball. We're going to play fast. We're going to play defense. You know, I finally got me 2 bigs. You know, I had no bigs in a couple. You know, I hadn't had no bigs since I've been here, really. So it's going to be fun, man, and I'm looking forward to this year. I'm looking forward to it.
Looking forward to this year too. Okay, so last one. If you could leave this audience with one line about success, hard work, or life, like your own personal sweat equity motto, what would it be?
Nothing is given, everything is earned. You work for what you want. If you work hard, you can get whatever you want out of this life. You know what I'm saying? Not just through athletics, but just in life general. You know, I'm a firm believer, man. I live by faith, man. I believe the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. So if it's in the palm of His hand, man, I can have it. You know, so that's just in anything that I do, man. So I just work hard. Yep.
Coach, I want to thank you again for giving me your time. I told you this off camera. I appreciate your time. It's very important to everybody, and to get somebody's time and for someone to grant you their time to me, it's a special thing.
Yes, sir.
And I want to appreciate you. And I appreciate you.
All love, bro. My man.
All right, guys. Coach John White, Renaissance, and he out.